Welcome back to Universal Month. I didn't upload this episode yesterday. Normally I don't because I got too tired. And I didn't film this episode in particular, and this is going to be the review for this episode. And then I got another one I'm going to film. I didn't get to that because I was super exhausted and you guys didn't want to hear me yawn. But I got my win back, and we're going to talk about the film I watched yesterday. Now, I kind of fell asleep, not because of the movie's fault, it was because of me. So I watched a good chunk to get an idea of what it is. And we're taking a look at Robert Redford, Meryl Streep, in Cindy Pollock's Out of Africa. Yes, we're tackling another Robert Redford, Sidney Pollack film. My first episode of that month, I took a look at Havana. I decided to take a look at Out of Africa. And this movie's really good. This movie to me is a great sort of romantic epic. The movie is set in 1914. And this is during the time of Africa. It focuses on Meryl Streep. She plays this woman who heads to Africa, and basically she's an author. This is a true story of Karen Blixen. That's Meryl Streep's character in the film. And she's basically her husband, who her husband played by Klaus Maria Brandauer, and he's sort of this pressure guy, like this guy who's like tough. He's like one of those tough husbands that just this is in like the 1900s, so it definitely is something. So in the film, she decides that she meets a hunter, Robert Redford, and he hunts all kinds of wild animals, tigers, lions, elephants, that kind of stuff. This, to be honest, is one of those movies that I will say Africa looks gorgeous. I'll say the art direction and set decoration is just gorgeous. But actually, it's Kenya. Apparently, that's what it says in the back. So she's also a woman who helps these like Africans. Yeah, these people who live in Africa. I think they're Africans. I'm not 100% sure. But her job is to make sure these people get good food, good housing, good education. She's that type of person, though. Yes, she's a very strict woman, but she is very, very tight on everything. So there's one scene where the one guy is like, I think he's making mashed potatoes, and he's doing the old-fashioned way with a spoon, but she says, no, you want to use a mixer, one of those old hand mixers, because keep in mind, electric mixers won't even invent it, so they do it all hand with that. So the guy doesn't listen, and he still uses a spoon. But, yeah, she's a very, very strict woman, but she's one of those women that you need to listen to. To be honest, the best thing about this movie is cinematography. I feel like that the art direction, there's a great scene where Redford and Streep, they go on a plane, they go plane flying, they fly a plane and just, it looks so gorgeous. To be honest, that's really the heart of this film is the scenery, the cinematography. The movie actually got 7 Academy Awards and won for Best Picture, and I cannot agree with that. Although I think a lot of that has to deal with, but I think, to be honest, I probably would not put this as the best screenplay. That still goes to Back to the Future when it came out. So, honestly, this is just a great movie. John Barry's score is fantastic. The whole cast is fantastic. I can't find any flaws with this. I didn't really watch much because I was trying to get through this, and it wasn't because of the movie's fault. It's because I didn't get enough sleep. But I will say this. So I kind of want to make this one short. I got another review I'm gonna do. So kind of more of a quick review. So I guess we do the usual final verdict. Should you see Out of Africa? Absolutely. This is probably the best movie that I've watched this month. I don't know if it's probably gonna be like the top 10 or top 5. I don't know if it's gonna be on lists, but I will say this is gonna be an honorable mention. I'm trying to think of anything bad about this film. Not really. It's really hard to follow an epic like that, especially, like, to find flaws It's really hard to say the difference between an epic or whatnot. But yeah, I decided why not. Why not? So definitely check this film out. It even says on the back, there's a blurb from Roger Ebert saying 4 stars, highest rating, one of the greatest epic romances. This movie actually did get a split decision. There's a review of this on At the Movies, and it turns out to be a split decision. So it's definitely worth checking out. So you go with Ebert, you go with Siskel. Personally, I go with Ebert. This is a great film. And Richard Strickland from Time Magazine says, Out of Africa is at least a free-spirited, full-hearted glacier that everyone has been waiting for, the movie that to make all decades long. That's really cool. Oddly enough, I want to show you something interesting. This is actually a 2000 print, so if you were to get this back in the day, you get the clear disc. What we have here is this actually is really cool, because it actually has, this is a 2013 reissued disc. Look at that disc art. This is what I love about Universal disc arts. Hello. But yeah, definitely something to check out though. A great movie. So I love the DVD video on the bottom. Normally be right up on the top, but yeah, that's the only difference. Other than that, this is a 2000 print. It's just on a 2013 disc when they reissued it. I kind of wish they had, which is funny because they don't even throw the new logo. No, this is a 2012. This was around the time the disc was reissued in 2012 because of Universal was about ready to go to their 100 years branding. Universal was going to do 100 years, which was just one of the great. 2012 was awesome because of its 100 years, and that was like a big deal to me because I was excited. So yeah, I don't know if I'm recording, but hopefully it's recorded. So I'm going to get to the next one. So check out Out of Africa. So I'll see you in the next review. Bye.